Like brushing my teeth.
First vote comes to a tie, and I have uber deja vu. In the very first game that I played, I went out on rocks. I stayed true to what I said I was gonna do, and I picked the white rock. So this time, I flipped my vote. I stayed in the game, and someone went home that wasn't me. I think it helped me build a little bit of trust with some of the pink, which could be beneficial since they're in the majority now. I rocked it myself.
Yeah.
So like,
That's true.
it is true, and I literally had flashbacks. I went up there and I was like, okay, should I just like do it and then let it like be a unanimous decision, because maybe we'll come to a unanimous decision. And I was like, we can't even come to a unanimous decision.
No, we wouldn't have budged.
No, I don't think the others would have either.
We were all under the impression that Ben lost his vote, so in addition to Liz getting an extra vote for her amulet, there had to have been another extra vote on that side, and then I played my extra vote on Barton because I knew they were voting J-Mac because Kira told me they were.
The people that I trust on pink have all told me they don't want to go to 6 with pink, and we had to go to tribal again.
It would be one at night.
Me, J-Mac, Doran, and Jabbar would decide between the two of them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, basically. I'm so happy I'm still here. I really was not sure if I was gonna pull that off. Maybe I started off a little too strong. I was not expecting this many folks to target me this early. I figured maybe like around 8 or 9. So I don't know how I'm gonna dig myself out of this hole.
Well, for me,
just, you know, full disclosure, I am not opposed to like working with green, but obviously you guys just almost voted me out, and I was told that that was your decision to do that. So I think I don't really trust you at this moment, to be honest.
That's fair. It was definitely not my decision.
Okay.
That's okay.
Who was it then?
I don't remember. It was just a communal thing. I think it's pretty clear throughout this whole game that the gods do not follow with my vibes. I am hellbound. And hopefully, you know, if this can be like Hades and I can like climb my way out of hell and eventually, you know, reach salvation. But this is the first round of the game I get to vote, which is crazy. Like, it's the second round. Here, I'll tell you something. Yeah. A lot of people don't know. I didn't have a vote. So, like, I literally didn't vote for either time.
Did you get, well, how? It was 14.
So, I lost some other advantages happened.
Yeah.
After I lost my vote, and then I got it back after David, but then I randomly, I literally have it in my pocket. It's like, I literally did not vote for you. So, I don't know what other people are saying, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I was just kind of there.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
you know.
fair. You and I, if we look at the 6, if you and I, one of us are in the final, we have the best story to tell. You and I and Jabbar will have been to every single tribal except for one.
Yeah.
And like, I don't, right now at this moment, I don't know who, like, I'm not thinking about Final 6 yet, because I literally just got by on, like, by the skin of my teeth. But I think that, like, we're in alignment with the rank order of, like, our alliance, and I think that the people that are perceived as, like, the bottom of our alliance, I don't think that they're going to flip on us and go with the other team. So while original green might be pissed off and not want to work with us, they're not going to have a choice.
I think for the first time in this game, I'm like not really happy with how things are going. I feel a little bit stuck between a rock and a hard place because on one hand I have my pink people who just, it seems more and more like they just want to blow through green, and I'm not really all that interested in doing that, so I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting strong-armed a little bit, but I also recognize that now's not the time to do anything about that. We only have one more pink than we do green, and so if we got rid of pink somehow, we'd be tied again, and then it stays as a tribal game, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Story of safety. I don't know, read a fucking story.
What is it? The story of safety. Someone else read a story. I'm not energized.
Is it long?
You want to read a story? Yeah.
I'll read a story.
You got the energy still.
Stranded in the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania, Dan and his eclectic group of friends, Barton, Liz, Emily, Tyler, Ethan, Ben, Lydia, found themselves in a wild predicament. They found themselves lost on a trail, headed by a giant, glittery rubber duck named Quackmire McFluffy. Dan tripped over a giant tree stump that then, 5 miles into the journey, a cult of Slovakian lawn gnomes abducted them screaming. The tribe's daddy of the lawn gnomes decided to spare them if they could successfully remember everything this rambunctious story said. Yes, a bedtime story for one of your games. We can totally continue this psychedelic of a trip of a bedtime story tonight. Don't worry. I think it's actually just going to be, we're going to go to the challenge and they're going to continue like the story. They're going to give us an oral story and let's remember it.
Okay.
Because that's like a very common challenge they do, right? So that's what I think it is.
Can I see the picture?
Oh, that probably means it might be like a nighttime challenge.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah. I see 5 people who can go one by one, albeit an advantage mess things up. But to me, mathematically, they're screwed. And I know in this new age of the game, people think, well, there's voting blocks and like alliances are kind of old school. Alliances are just an argument of math and are just an argument of odds. If you would like to increase your odds by like half of winning, so 12 to 6, that's a 50% chance of winning this game. Who's not crazy to take that? I've been making that argument since day one. They don't know that. I think the Green Tribe thinks they're in trouble, but I don't think they realize how screwed they really are.
Hi.
Hola.
Well, I need the necklace back, so Liz.
Good again, Liz.
Arno.
We need a new name for the necklace.
Oh, thank you.
Immunity.
Georgie.
Back up for grabs. However, the preservation amulet out of play. So I think we should do a little story. It is the folklore challenge. I will read you a story. You will then race to 5 stations one at a time, collecting medallions and placing them at your station. The first person to get all 5 correct medallions wins immunity. It's easy enough?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Wall of text.
Some time ago, during the early years of Survivor, players began to pray to the Survivor gods for good luck in the game. These players found empty spirits that would latch on to the Survivor theming. Some spirits took positive traits like trust, relationships, and charisma, while other spirits chose negative traits like chaos and death. A total of 9 spirits claimed ownership of different aspects of the game and spread out to various mountain regions to live. These locations included the Appalachian Mountains, the Conewago Mountains, and where we are now, the Allegheny Mountains. In October of 2005, a group of hikers traveled through the Allegheny Mountains across the Potomac River, they came across shrines that seemed too new to the hikers. Upon further investigation, they saw ritual instructions on one of the shrines. It is believed by the retelling given by one of the hikers that the Chaos Shrine was to misguide those who came to the Lowiki territory. It's believed that the shrines were made by the spirits when they claimed different territories to create a set of rules for each aspect of the game of Survivor. Other rules read that an immunity idol would lose its potential power if you told someone you prayed before finding it, and that if you lost a challenge on purpose, it would end up in your loss of the game. It wasn't until the winter that fell upon 2005 that the hikers would gain courage to tell of what they have found. By the time the hikers returned with their families, the shrines had disappeared. Did the gods protect themselves by removing their own shrines? Did someone else remove them? Or were they never there to begin with? One thing is for sure, that to this day, people who play Survivor still wish for good luck in the game. But to whom are they praying to? Alright, Survivor's ready for immunity. Ready? Go!
Emily's coming back first with a medallion. Ben's coming back. Is it right? Emily saw a correct one. Ben saw a correct one. Wiz and Ethan are back. Wiz and Ethan are wrong. They gotta go back. Jordan's got one. J-Mac's wrong. Gotta go back. Jabbar's wrong. Gotta go back. Tyler got one. Ben and Emily back with the second medallion. And they're right. Ben and Emily lead with 2 medallions.
Which one? Yeah.
Oh, that was Allegheny. It was about range this time.
Yeah, you sure?
It was about range. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm copying you again.
Ethan and Wiz come back with the medallion, and it's correct. Lydia gets one. J-Mac gets one. Jabbar's back. Jabbar has one. Emily with her 3rd medallion. Ben is wrong, has to go back. Ethan and Liz checking. Ethan and Liz are both correct. Lydia's correct, has 2 medallions. Emily coming back with the 4th medallion. Ben's right, has 3. Emily's wrong. J-Mac is wrong. Jordan has his 3rd medallion. Ethan has his medallion. Jabbar has 2. Kira has 2. Emily coming back with the 4th medallion. Is it correct this time? It's correct. Emily has to get that last medallion and she wins immunity.
Oh, God, I need an answer.
Emily coming back with the 4th medallion. Is it correct this time? It's correct. Emily has to get that last medallion and she wins immunity. J-Mac with the 2nd. Ethan now has 4. Jordan has 4. Ethan's back. Ethan has 5 and wins immunity. Emily, what did you have? Emily just seconds away again from winning immunity. All right, immunity. Ethan, come on.
Oh.
Go, Ethan.
Yes,
Need a step ladder a little bit. All right, immunity is yours, Ethan. There's also the amulets. You can take a look at them.
Yeah.
We've got 4 in play.
Yeah.
Chaos, relationships, charisma, and death.
I think I'm gonna choose the one that best suits my personality. I'm gonna go with charisma.
All right.
Congrats, Don.
Ethan, you're safe. You will have at least a 1 in 10 shot at winning this game. Someone else is going to become the second member of the jury. Head back to camp. I'll see you for tribal council.
I went into thinking in the merge I wasn't going to try and win the early challenges, but apparently going into the first vote I got told by 3 pinks that I was a massive threat because everyone seems to like me, which is obviously a compliment, but at the same time I haven't had the chance to play the game, build new connections, work with other people, so finding out that I'm a big threat on merge vote number 1 was a big shock, so I just went for it and I'm really happy that I won.
Kayla, I want to talk to you as well in a second.
Alrighty.
We are now at my least favorite part, which is the voting someone off. I really do wish that we could like skip this part and do some type of like everyone was separated after a mission and we went and wrote a name down and then came together, so there's no like talking.
I think I just don't go to them because I forget about this part. Yeah, I forgot everybody is separating to go talk and stuff. Also, I kind of make up my own mind.
Like the vote from you all last round, I know that you said that you wanted to vote out a personal threat to you.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's where your vote came from.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do Tyler this time.
It's not fun or not easy to like make the decision to vote somebody out and like crush their dreams of winning, because we all love this. Well, most of us minus Kayla love this.
But I got lucky that, you know, people chose the right answer and I just copied them. So I felt like it'd be nice to try and feel safe for this vote.
Yeah.
And I really feel like after this vote, things will start being different, honestly.
I think so too. Like, I would like, I mean, even if I vote with them, I mean, I don't know, I don't feel like I give too much input, to be honest, but like, I feel like
with my thing too. I'm just like, I'll
do whatever.
Yeah. And again, like, now I'm a big threat, so I feel like every vote that I'm not safe is probably just gonna be me.
I don't feel like you're a big threat, to be honest. Like, when we talk, you don't have to like say that against me, because I don't really care.
Okay.
Especially considering the fact that the reasons why you listed are reasons like why I think I could. Yes.
Yep.
So that's not really threatening to me.
Yeah.
Let's say the charisma thing, the amulet, is they're allowed to like peek at the vote, right? They're allowed to watch someone vote.
That's what I think.
So if they choose you, that individual, just choose someone else to vote.
If they choose
obviously
me,
not us
I'm
to vote.
ready.
Do they you mean choose someone else?
They're gonna tell us ahead of time who gets to vote.
Oh, like if he watches you.
Yeah, so because like it says you get to
What do you think, Don?
revote. Yeah. From the beginning, I have been touting to my tribe that we need to be a trustworthy group. We need to be unanimous. We need to stick together. We need to hate the other tribe. Make them the enemy. And that is what it allowed us to stay together. And the fact that the other tribe didn't have those opportunities is why they were much more likely to flip when they could, and they did.
You can't be nice,
I know,
like,
but
to the enemy, to the
I know, but if we're just looking to dwindle their numbers anyway, and this is the last vote of the day, and people want to spend the night and people want to be here, is there any harm in just doing it as a little peace thing?
No.
No, we shouldn't do that, or no, there's no harm?
Kayla can quit. If Kayla doesn't want to be here, you're free to leave at any time.
But she's not
That's
going
such a
to.
bailout.
This is kind of the first time that I've like approached J-Mac about something and just kind of like been shot down. Like, she just was like, I was saying, as a peace offering, what if we did Kayla and let everybody who really wants to be here and play remain until tomorrow. And it was just kind of shot down. She was just like, no, we shouldn't do that.
Should I go say at the bar?
Yeah, do you?
Because you should feel included.
I didn't mean to like snap at you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I like.
Wait, can I just talk to you at some point?
Yeah.
Not like a concrete plan or anything. I just want to see what your thoughts are because I trust you and like you know that like I feel like we can be straightforward with each other.
Yes.
I'm concerned that if we just like strong arm green right now, nobody's gonna want to work with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not gonna have room to like do anything.
Well, right away when they said that Liz got an extra vote, I was like, I'm playing the extra vote. I like looked at Jordan was sitting next to me, and I was like, I'm playing my extra vote, and he said, oh, perfect, because I left mine at camp. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't know you had an extra vote. And he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you I had an extra vote. And I was like, okay, we're not going to give them the real name, are we?
No.
So what else are they, like, how else are we going to,
Well, and I was honest. I had two people. I had like Liz and Ben come up to me and be like, here's what we're pleading our case. Like, what can we do?
I was there for like the beginning
so
of that.
Uncomfortable, but I basically told them, I was like, I want to do something, but now it's not this round.
Right.
Like, there's nothing.
100% not. When we're only up one number, and there's potentially 2 idols in play right now.
Yeah.
Potentially 3, because it could be a merge idol even.
Yeah.
Like, I think this round, again, like, we have to do the same thing that we did last round, but it's not gonna stay that way. And
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to make a vote.
Right.
We're down in numbers, and I mean, at best we'll only tie something, which will then maybe best go to revote. And we're not going to vote together. It's just not going to happen. Because people are too eager to go on to me.
But Pink is like really afraid of like telling any a name because of like
that's a good point. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah.
Because the numbers are still so close. I mean, it's you know.
That's a good point.
Almost equal. It was equal.
I genuinely do forget that. Yeah.
Tonight's tribal council is going to come down to a miracle. Like, I'm going to need a grace of God, you know, or by the grace of the gods to stay in the game, and for the power of the gods to do something to really change the fate of the game. And I chose charisma. I wanted to choose chaos because I was like, fuck it. I'm already in the minority. Let's just do something crazy and see what happens. But I didn't want to take the big risk, and I thought I'd just play it safe and choose something a bit more safe.
Yeah, they won't say anything.
No, they didn't say anything.
It's like a waste even talking to them, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying Emily because she's good at challenges, and she's
almost got second. She got second.
And she won't flip on her pinks. The other pinks will flip on each other. I don't think she'll be loyal with like the majority of them. She'll be loyal with the Jordans and like whatever. You know what I mean? Ben didn't seem that down. He wanted J-Mac or Jordan. I don't, because we're saying J-Mac, which means potentially the people at the bottom, like Tyler, will potentially also want a J-Mac later on, because he's not right now.
Right.
And she is.
I have to figure out like how much is like how much proof do I have to give before I'm trusted?
No, I agree.
No, I'm not saying you individually, like.
No, but sorry.
You know, no. Is that like I don't know. It is like an awkward position to be in.
No, I know, and it's a hard position to be in because you made a move on top of not having a lot of time to even meet the people you're making a move for.
Right.
That's just a really fucking hard predicament to be in.
Yeah. Hey, this is who we're voting. You guys aren't telling me who I'm voting. I'm gonna stick to what I said, and hopefully that shows some trust to you.
Listen, I'm okay with keeping Kayla here. I'm just a little nervous for her endgame wise. Like Sam, it was the same thing. You know what I mean? Like
it's a liability.
It like that's someone who literally can go to the end and do pretty well at the end too. So like not necessarily something we have to think about in this moment, but like as long as me and you are on the same page of it, I just want to make sure that I don't know if that's someone like that we can count on, like going deep into the merge.
Pink has made it very clear that they're chopping a green tonight, and we are just subject to their will. And then they promise that that'll change in the future, but you know, we'll see.
Well, what are we going to do now? They're not going to split this one.
Yeah,
next one, I think they might.
They're going to chop us down.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying, I don't.
But I'm gonna vote for Tyler.
Okay, that's good to know.
Because I don't know. They don't have a method to vote. Well, just they think that's what you guys are voting for. I'm like, have you talked to them?
Yeah.
Like, how about we try to convince them to go for Tyler?
Yeah, no, like literally, you're the first and only person from Original Green that has talked to me.
Yeah?
You're the only person.
Oh, wow.
No one else has approached me and talked to me.
Really?
Yeah, no one's even had a conversation. And
I think they feel the same way, though.
Well, that's fair. There are some people that have named Kayla a little bit, and I've tried to tell them that, like, for example, if there's an idol at Merge Camp, like, Kayla's not going to be running around at 6 a.m. looking for that, but someone like Ben might be.
J-Mac, last tribal council, you were on the chopping block. There were a lot of votes out there. Has there been talk of like where some of those may have come from?
I mean, I think I know where they came from. If there were advantages, then they were already played, so I'm not really concerned about that anymore. I'm very aware that it's a game and you have to vote. You have to vote for people in a game. And they took their shot, and like this is where we are, and we're all good. We're moving forward.
Tyler, it seems like on paper when we had 6 original Lowiki, 6 original Capo, it might have been that being the lines last tribal council when we had a tie. Is that the consensus, or is there something I'm missing?
Yeah, that's why there was a tie. There was 6 pink and 6 green. And I think people voted along tribal lines last time because it's kind of like in some senses, it's like a huge leap of trust, right? It's a huge leap of faith. Because it's like, okay, if you want to be the one to go out and like, you know what, I'm not going to vote tribal lines this round, they can easily use that against you and stab you in the back with it. It's like, okay, this person didn't vote with us. If that other group does, you're screwed. So I think when the tribes are so close in numbers, this is why people are more hesitant to make moves and stuff like that. Because one miscalculation and your game is over. So yeah, I don't think it's a surprise. I think that's exactly what happened.
So Ben, when we have 6 green, 6 pink, we go into a revote. If we stay with our tribe, we're going to rocks, but we didn't. So has there been talk of what happened there?
I mean, it was definitely brought up, but it's pretty clear that however the vote flipped or advantage or whatever that was played, like people aren't, confessing or, and why would you? So we don't really exactly know why the vote was different the second time.
Jabbar, we get back from the immunity challenge, we're at camp. What does tribe look like?
To be honest, tribe looked like the same huddles that it was the round before, to be honest. People from former pink went that way. People from former green went another way. To be honest, I think me and Kayla just sat on the bench. So
Okay, well, was there I'm just too tired, I'm not even dealing with this right now?
No, I completely forgot about that part because I don't like it, and I also don't like that it's still very groupy instead of 1v1 like how it's supposed to be, so.
Jordan, what is the thought process of choosing who goes when? What are we weighing more when it comes to voting?
That's a good question. I think it's kind of a lame answer, but I think that the way that things are falling right now, the biggest aspect to it is consensus. There are obviously different attributes that are being looked at and discussed, but I think it's a matter of coming to an agreement that everyone can, be a part of and be happy with.
So Ethan, you win immunity. You pick an amulet. Walk me through the process of choosing charisma.
Yeah, I was fried after that challenge. Definitely a lot of running and really intense, and my brain was just spinning, and honestly I couldn't really put a coherent thought together into what would be maybe a good thing, or what would just be kind of fun, or death sounds kind of crazy. Like, there's no, they're there for the choosing. Ultimately, I kind of just went with the one that I felt like suited me best, which was charisma. So I thought, why not just do something that suits my personality and just, go from there.
So you chose the god of charisma, and you now have a power. You get to choose one player at this tribal council, and they will vote publicly before the votes begin.
Can I have some discussion?
If you need to.
Tyler.
Do I have to say it right now, or can I? Yeah, I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote Kayla tonight.
So Tyler is voting Kayla, so we're gonna start with one vote for Kayla, and it is time to vote for the rest of you. Ethan, you're up first.
Kayla, I'm voting you to try and build some trust, and that's what Tyler's doing, so it seems like that's where the vote's going to go.
And I finally get to vote. Let's go. This is a new experience for me.
Because I wanted to flip. I really wanted my Chaos Cast moment. But the fucking minority didn't even tell me who they were voting for. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll send it to Rox next time, I guess. But since my starting tribe lets me decide who should go home tonight, I guess I might as well vote for the person whose name I pushed.
I'm doing Tyler because I feel like he is a bit unpredictable and I just want to get him off.
If anybody has an advantage and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the vote is read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Kayla. Kayla. Kayla, that's 3 votes Kayla. Kayla, that's 4 votes Kayla. Ben. 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 4 votes Kayla, 4 votes Ben. Kayla. Ben. 5 votes Kayla, 5 votes Ben, 1 vote left. I'll read the final vote. The final vote is for
Are you kidding me?
Tyler.
Again?
So we have a tie between Kayla and Ben. So we will have a revote.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I think this is an important moment for everyone to look. I think this conveys kind of the differences between our tribes. When they saw an opportunity to take one of their own out, to think they could save themselves, they all voted Kayla because they knew what it was. Our group would never do that to each other. Just because we think you're voting one of us does not mean we'd all instantly turn on each other. So I just think that's a very interesting thing you guys just did. And I just want to make that clear.
Wait, but why did you do that?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Well, you also don't know what we had planned prior.
Okay.
So, like...
Can we vote then?
I mean, it's gonna happen anyway.
All right. Well, Kayla and Ben, you cannot vote. Everybody else will vote. You can only vote Kayla or Ben. Tyler, who would you like to vote?
I'm gonna vote for Ben.
Everybody else, it's time to vote. Ethan, you're up first.
Here we go again. I just want to quickly reiterate, I've been to 3 tribal councils and voted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times. So that's fun.
And after that outburst, I'm flipping.
I am legitimately sorry to see you go, but most importantly, I would like to apologize on behalf of Tyler, who just very rudely showed you that social grace is not his forte.
All right, once the vote is read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ben. Kawa. One vote Ben, one vote Kawa. Ben. Ben. That's 3 votes Ben. Ben. That's 4 votes Ben, 1 vote Kawa. 8th person voted out, Survivor Pennsylvania Mountain of the Gods, and 2nd member of our jury, Ben. All right, Ben, the tribe has spoken. You will have a say in who wins the game. Head on out.
Thank you guys so much. Good luck, y'all.
Wow. Some of you need to get better at playing this game. Head back to camp. I'll see you later.
That's hilarious.
This was an amazing experience. I had a ton of fun. Obviously, I literally only got to vote 1 time, and it was wrong, so that's super awesome. Yeah, the gods did not like it for your boy. They had it out to get me, but that's okay. I think I played hard, even if I went out quick, and I always try to give my all.